What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Before we kick things off, the first opponent I play, guys, the Ultimate HK, I believe he finished top 100 this weekend league. I believe he finished on 35 or 36 wins. I know 35 wins was enough for top 100, but whether or not this guy had enough skill points or not would have been the difference. So, as I say, I don't actually know if he finished top 100 or not. I might just have a quick look. If he did finish top 100, I'm very happy that he did. And if he didn't, I apologise that I was potentially the reason that he didn't. And the reason why I'm potentially the reason that he didn't is because I beat him. Yes! I was playing such good FIFA, dudes. I was enjoying FIFA this weekend league. I tried to explain on stream today, yesterday, the kind of, the way around things were going, right? Before I get into that though, dudes, first and foremost, I really appreciate the support on the videos, man. You guys showing mad love, the thumbs up, the comments, just the whole kit and caboodle, dudes. I really appreciate it. Let me go and see if my main man did make it in. There's a few dudes. Oh, I don't think he did. Did he get 36 wins? I think he got 35. I don't think he made it in, dudes. Let me check regional, see if he's there on regional. For Europe. So 34 wins was enough for top 100 regional. So he definitely made it into regional. Oh wow, so he actually only finished on 34 wins. So he didn't make it into the top 100. He made it to 84th in the world regional and got Elite 1. But yeah, I was playing, I've been enjoying FIFA. I've been enjoying FIFA this weekend league. Even though my results, you'll see my gameplay this weekend league. All the gameplay I've squeezed into this video as well, dude. Squeezed everything in because I've got a lot of things I want to do this week and I don't want gameplay to be running into Tuesday and Wednesday. So I thought, you know what, let's just put 20 games in. I think it's 20 games today. But we went 10-4 after our first 14 games. And even then, I was still happy. I'd lost a couple of games. I'd lost one game that I lost fairly. You know, I got the red card and the guy went and beat me. And I'd lost 3 games that I felt like I could have done a little bit better in. And then after I went to 10-4, I just hit a streak. I went from 10-4 to 21-4, and then from 21-4 up to 27-6. So after 33 games, I had 27 wins. And I was like, you know what? I can win 8 games in a row. I can get these wins. I can go and get Elite 1 yet again. And you see this guy here? This guy was one of my losses. Watch your man. Remember him from the last video? In yesterday's video, I absolutely slapped this guy about. Honestly, he couldn't touch the ball. He didn't have a shot. I beat him 2-0 in extra time, but he only had 3 shots the whole game, and I had like 15 shots and 12 on target. This game is honestly, I know it was the same person. I went and checked. It was 100% the same person, but for some reason, he was just. I wouldn't say he was like well better or much better. He just kind of like, I mean, he scored his first attack and it kind of like got me a little bit on tilt, and then he scored his second attack and then he scored his third attack. You know, after 25 minutes I found myself 3-0 down and I could quite easily have been 3-0 up, but I played through it and I got back into the game, as you'll see. But by the end of the game, because I went ultra attacking or high attacking and high pressure and stuff to get in, it just allowed this guy to counter me time and time again, and he eventually ended up getting the win. But this was one of my losses on the way up to 27-6, and the other loss was to a team that was literally a starter team, like a 10,000 coin team, no chem styles. I'm in awe at not only the fact that I lost it, but how I lost it in the 90th minute. You guys know I don't believe in handicap, right? I just don't believe in handicap. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think scripting is real. I don't think handicap and momentum is real. I don't believe that there is any boosts or kind of withdrawals in the 90th minute or 45th minute, but things like this were happening. You see there, right there, the guy put the through ball through, and I tried to control it with Azpilicueta, and he done some kind of like Cruyff turn, and just ended up threading the ball through to my opponent to make it 4-2. So that kind of killed the game right there. I could potentially have got back into that at 3-3. You can see I had shots from really good areas. It was an even game by the end of the 90th minute, and I could easily have got back into it at 3-3. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, the Cruyff turn from Azpilicueta cost me. However, I was just playing good FIFA. You know, I was enjoying these 2 teams I'm running. I still need to improve the second team a little bit. I don't know how or when I'm going to do it yet. I want to see what the other premium SBCs are before I really look at improving that second team. But I was enjoying playing with the dudes that I've got. I was enjoying playing with the two teams. Rotating teams was keeping it fresh, and even during the games I was losing, I was genuinely enjoying FIFA. The craziest thing is though, is I went from 27-6, hopefully trying to get up to 34 wins, and then finished on 30 wins. So I literally went from 27-6 to 30-10. You won't see the final 4 games, I believe. I got to 29 wins, and that's where the gameplay will stop. I won 1 and lost 2 of the final 3 games, maybe not 4 games, maybe 3 games. And I didn't show it just because I was building, like I tried a different formation in game, I tried different tactics and stuff, because once Elite 1 is gone, there's no point busting your gut, sweating it out and stressing about trying to get to Elite 2, because it's only 30,000 coins more than Elite 3. And I know to a lot of people 30,000 coins is a hell of a lot of coins, but it allowed me an opportunity to competitively test some tactics and formations and stuff, and I won one of those 3 games and lost 2 of them. So I could easily have got 31 or 32 wins this weekend league. I could actually easily have got probably 35 or 36 wins this weekend league. And I know I say it all the time, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I'm not even saying it because of that this weekend league. Like more often than not, I know who's better than me and who I was better than. I know what games I deserve to win and what games I deserve to lose. And this weekend, I genuinely walk away from this weekend happy with how I played. Not necessarily overly impressed with 30 wins. I definitely think 33, 34 wins would have been more reflective of how well I was playing this weekend league. But there was only one dude that completely outplayed me this weekend league, and I beat him 3-0. That was one of my undeserved wins. It was definitely my most undeserved win of the whole weekend league. And then of the 10 losses that I picked up, it's fair to say that probably 4 or 5 of them were just really close games that could have gone either way, and 4 or 5 of them were games where I either got screwed by the AI or screwed by my own manic, erratic defending yet again. But as I say, dudes, I was really happy with how I was defending, how I was playing. Now, Calis Noir says, "Hey Nep, I have 2 things to suggest. Like again, please." He didn't mention it next time. By the way, dudes, if you do that, if you beg for likes in the comments, or if you like tweet me saying that my comment didn't get read out and stuff like that, I will generally try and purposely ignore you. But I like this comment a lot, and so I want to read it out. But if your comment has you asking people to thumb it up, or begging for people to get it read out in the video, I will almost definitely purposely ignore you. This is the starter team that I lost to, dudes. Look at this team. Look at this team. No chem styles, or just the basic chem styles. John Stones, Goretzka, like Werner the Burner, and then in the 90th minute, guys, this guy gets a throw in. He puts it in. I clear it with Koulibaly, and look at that. It falls straight back to him, and he manages to get the goal. And you think to yourself, why didn't you score in the first 90 minutes? Well, this is what I was leading towards talking about before. I don't believe in scripting handicap momentum 45th or 90th minute or anything like that. But this game specifically, as you see there, my keeper made 2 saves, his keeper made 7 saves. This game specifically, it felt like the passing was just gravitating towards my opponent. Like, I had like clear sweat goal. I missed 2 open goals in this game anyway. Literally like cutbacks to open goals that just got put wide that never should be missed. And then just generally speaking, the passing, every time I had an open man to pass to, it would, like, the ball would just go like almost a 50-50. So instead of it going directly to the guy that was open, it would go in between the guy that was open and my opponent's player. And then it was like, okay, now the game, the game's offered him an opportunity to win the ball back. And I just wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared to go from playing really good FIFA, smashing everyone I was coming up against, beating top 100 ranked dudes, and just generally playing incredible FIFA, to not being able to string 2 passes together without it going somewhere else than that I aimed it. I just wasn't prepared for it. And eventually my opponent took one of the few chances that he managed to create, and I lost the game. And that was pretty sad. That was a frustrating game. That was the only game this weekend league where I just didn't enjoy the game. I literally did not enjoy playing the game at all during that game. But hey, what can you do? He says, wouldn't it be fun game mode free FIFA 18 to be able to play 2-player seasons? You can invite a friend to a game session and create a squad with players of your 2 clubs. After that, you search for an opponent and try and advance in better divisions. Then I would like to ask you, bringing back the series of A9 Fangs Way, etc. when you drafted players from a league and played against each other with 3 special cards and so many good players. this FIFA would be fun to watch. Greetings from Germany. Thanks for the great entertainment. Well, first things first, dude. I appreciate the kind words. Secondly, the second thing that you mentioned, that is AA9 Skills series. It's his draft series. It's not for me to bring back or talk about or anything like that, so you'd have to hit him up for that. In terms of two-player, I would love two-player stuff in this game. Not even like only a two-player seasons, but I would like in Ultimate Team. I would like, you know, AA9 Skills is my best friend through YouTube. I enjoy playing FIFA with him. I enjoy talking to him and communicating with him. Yet, because he lives, you know, on the other side of the world essentially, or halfway around the world, it's very, very difficult for me to play games with him outside of Ultimate, or inside of Ultimate Team. Sorry. You know, outside of Ultimate Team, we can play head-to-head, we can play clubs, we can play other games, but we can't play Ultimate Team together. And for a game mode that is the biggest brand builder for EA Sports, it's quite surprising that they don't have a way for you to play with your friends in this game. Very surprising, actually, that they don't have a way. I would like to be able to just say to AA, hey man, I'm going to play some Division 1 games on stream tonight, do you want to come and play with me? Sure, let him come and play with me. Why the hell not? I don't understand why EA don't have a two-player online function available. I know if somebody's sitting there in the room with you, they can play. Well, they can't play Foot Champs because that's single player only, which makes perfect sense. But in seasons and in draft and stuff, allow an online companion to come and play. Allow a guest to come and play with you that doesn't have to be on the same console in the same room. What harm would it be to the game? Next comment is from Liam Caron. Says, Net, will SBC players like Gerrard and Lampard be at their old clubs or their clubs that they're at now? I have absolutely no idea, dude. There's a lot of speculation because some players that are retired genuinely don't have a club. You know, for example, Frank Lampard and even Steven Gerrard. Although Steven Gerrard is back at Liverpool right now in a coaching role, I believe, that's a coaching role, that's not a playing role. So Steven Gerrard is currently without a club. He doesn't have a club assigned to him. So I don't know if EA are going to give him a Liverpool card, an MLS version card for the club he was at in the MLS, or if they give him like the legend badge and make him linked to everyone. I don't know. I honestly don't know what EA are going to do and how they're going to work it. Only time will tell. We'll have to wait. We only have to wait until Friday, so 4 more days, and we'll find out. And I'm as excited as you are to see who the next 2 SBC cards are going to be and what EA are going to do with it. And if it is Lampard and Gerrard, I probably won't do them. I'm not going to lie. Brandon Lopez says, the problem with the Best of October, etc., is what if people already have those red cards, then they will have to discard those players. I mean, yeah, you're right. In the case of most people won't have those red cards, and because it is the Best of October, a comment on Reddit was made that maybe makes sense, is that because of the way that the Team of the Week has been and because of the way that rewards have been previously, EA might pick the highest rated 23 players. So that would be pretty awesome if they did pick the 23 highest rated players in October as the 1 week's reward this week. Because if then that is the case, for January, all of the Team of the Year players will be in there and you'll have a good chance of packing the Team of the Year player. If, however, they do something like where they pick the highest 40 rated players, that's going to be pretty crappy because 40 players, they're all so low rate, like, you know, it's October. The ones to watch cards, other than a couple of, you know, a handful of them, Higuain, Pogba, Kante, none of the ones to watch cards really got upgraded to a high level where they're worth anything. The Screamer cards, unless they boost the Screamer cards to their max ratings, they're all worthless and tragic anyway. And the informs, other than like 2 or 3 big players, like there's one Ronaldo and one or two more, I think one Neymar. Other than that, there's absolutely nothing by way of informs that are decent or valuable. So in terms of actual value and usability, if they do more than sort of like the first 23 players, it's going to be a bad time for those that are scraping up to elite and top 100, because you're not really going to get much for your, you know, a big return. The only reason why I think that they are doing it like this, and why I still think that they could potentially change the way the weekly rewards are for gold 1, 2 and 3 to also offer them packs very similar, is because I think you're going to need these cards for the premium SBCs. You know, right now for Dirk Kuyt you need a Foot Birthday SBC card. So what if next week for the Steven Gerrard or the Frank Lampard or the Philippe Lahm, you need a Screamer card and a ones to watch card to complete those? what EA are doing by giving these out as the rewards are basically flooding the market with more cards than there previously were, which is going to be necessary for people to be able to purchase the amount of cards required to complete the SBCs. But only time will tell, dude. We will find out on Thursday. AP Gaming says, hey Nep, do you think footies will be the last promo of this year in FIFA? I say because the end of the era SBCs lasts for 80 plus days. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I mean, the end of the era SBCs, dude, last until the day, I believe, the web app is usually about. You know, they're there for another 80 days, which takes us to September the something, which is around the time FIFA comes out normally. So the end of the era SBCs are definitely there the whole time. The footies promo is here for another 5.5 weeks, right? Which takes us all the way through July and half of the way through August. So that will only leave about 4 weeks left before the new game comes out. It might be the case that there's one more kind of minor promo at the back end of FIFA, but it's, in my opinion, it's unlikely. I don't know what they could do. You will see MLS All-Stars during the footies, 100%. But yeah, generally speaking, I think this will be the last. This will definitely be the last big promo. It might not be the final promo. They might do something else towards the very, very back end, but I wouldn't expect it at all. But yeah, I think footies are going to be good. You know, it's here for 6 weeks. Mew says, a non-social media job. What? Like an actual job? And this was me talking in the last video about, you know, a non-social media job, talking about jobs and such. And I don't understand that. Like, obviously he's trying to be sarky here, he's trying to have a pop at me, and this has got some thumbs up, which is why it was in the top comment section. And I don't understand people with this kind of, this isn't a real job mentality. I would love this to be not considered as a real job. If you could go and argue your case to your local government, that would make my life better. Because if this isn't considered a real job, it means I don't have to pay taxes. And if I don't have to pay taxes on these earnings, I am a much, much wealthier man than I currently am. So yeah, what I mean by a non-social media job is literally a job outside of the social media sector. It's not about a real job or a fake job. So here we are, guys, 27-6. I just wanted to show you that's where we were with 7 games left. I just needed to win the last 7 games in a row, man. 7 games in a row, and I would have been able to get myself Elite 1. And I lost the next 2 in a row. But yeah, like, I don't care if you consider this a real job or not. This is a real job in the sense that I provide a product, I earn revenue from advertising, and I pay taxes. It is as real or not real as any other job. Sure, it's not as physically stressful as a builder or a labourer, and it's not as technically technically required. You know, you don't require the technical skills of a lawyer or a doctor, but this is a real job. You know what I mean? And if you wish to believe that this isn't a real job, then as I say, I would be very happy for all those out there who don't believe that this is a real job to go and argue that and lobby that with their local governments, because I would love for the government to classify YouTube and social media sector as not a real job so that I don't have to pay taxes on it. That would be great. Next comment is from FJK83, says, Nep, as some people think the titles like this are clickbait, he's talking about the last video, he says, and maybe put a question mark at the end so people know it's a topic of conversation more clearly. Just a suggestion, keep up the good work. I don't know what I would do without you. I appreciate the kind words, dude. I'm just done, dude, with the clickbait thing. I mean, the people that are here for this road to glory know and understand that I talk about FIFA-related topics in the video over the gameplay. So you know, if you see something like in the last video, what was the last video called? The last video was called it was called Team of the Year in Rewards, and on the thumbnail there is a massive fucking question mark on it. Apologies for my language. The first and most important topic of the video was me discussing the Team of the Year being in the rewards. Now, I could have just done a separate video, no FIFA gameplay, just me making a video showing the fact that they're in the pack codes and explaining what the rewards would be and showing it like that. But that would just be a waste of a video, because this road to glory is us discussing all things FIFA. So if you clicked on that video and genuinely thought, oh my god, he's got Team of the Year card in a reward, what reward? FUT Champs rewards aren't out on a Sunday. Team of the Year rewards aren't out right now anyway, they're out for January. If you thought that somebody had packed a Team of the Year card in their rewards in that specific video, then there's no saving you. You're the kind of person that thinks every single title on every single video is clickbait. We've discussed the clickbait topic to death, and I'm just over it, dudes. If people, like, I'm going to title the videos the way I've been titling them the whole year, and that is the focal point of the topic of discussion of the video, or the focal point of the actual video will be the title. For example, the video just before that was called The Footies Are Here. That was us talking about the footies. The video before that was about my monthly rewards, which is something in the video. So the last two videos have been like almost FIFA news. Do you know what I mean? Almost FIFA news. Team of the Year and rewards, that's FIFA news. I'm discussing Team of the Year being in rewards. The one before that is Footies Are Here. That's me discussing the footies. EA released the information about the footies. That was actually before the footies actually came out, but that was me discussing the footies because the footies were here. The day before that is my monthly rewards. That is me opening the rewards. That is actually relevant to the specific content of the video, not the discussion point of the video. And the one before that is called The Best Team Ever. And that is, again, relevant to the specific content topic rather than a discussion topic. So, like, my last 4 videos kind of show exactly what this series is about. Sometimes it's talking about news within the FIFA community, and sometimes it's referencing the specific things that are happening in the video. And we are almost 300 episodes in. If you still don't understand that that is how this series does and has worked, I'm not going to pander to your needs. My titles have been very, very consistent throughout the year. And if you just want to be that dude that clicks on every video and is just what's clickbait in the comment section, then you go right ahead. You will get banned from this channel every time I see if I see someone just as I do on Twitch. If someone is antagonizing with no good reason, they will just be they will not be able to enjoy my content anymore. I will ban them from the channel, or well, banning them doesn't stop them from watching the video, it just stops them from liking it, disliking it, or commenting, or subscribing to the channel. But they can obviously still watch the content. But yeah, I'm just done with people that are just trying to antagonize on purpose, like for no good reason. This whole kind of like just attitude that social media has right now is just ridiculous. You know, people feel like they have more power over a YouTuber or a social media personality than they do. And that was a prime example yesterday or the day before when Bazinga, Ethan's car, got vandalized, and people were saying to him, "Oh man, you're a side man. You should know that you have to deal with things like this." No, you should not have to deal with someone vandalizing your property just because you're a social media personality. Like that's bullshit, and that's the kind of thing that people feel like they have the right to do that because, oh, you do YouTube for a living, you can deal with this shit. Like that's just not a way to behave, and in a much less sense, people do that in the comment section as well, and on Twitter and on Twitch. Like, they are literally a dick to you for the sake of being a dick to you, just because you're a social media personality. And that for me, that is just not okay. And that is why I have like a zero tolerance policy in comments and on Twitch and on Twitter. If you're just gonna be a dick, you're not gonna you're not gonna have the joys of being able to be a dick and me being able to see it. You're gonna be banned, timed out, blocked, whatever. That's where we're at. Tommy Flatby says, "Hey Nep, do you think the screen cards will be upgraded as they were during the Halloween for the Weekend League rewards?" I hope so. If they're not, then it further kind of completes my point that they are simply there because they are going to be usable in SBCs. If they're not upgraded, they are the most useless cards. They were dirt cheap. You don't even see people use them anyway. There's like maybe 1 or 2 semi-usable screamer cards that don't already have better, cheaper versions out there somewhere anyway. And then after that, it's a case of if they are upgraded, then that's great. They might be usable. But if they're not upgraded, then they better be usable in SBCs, because they're not going to be in gameplay. Like, what would anyone want with a screamer card when, like, look at my team. I know some people don't, not everyone has the team that I have, but look at my team for example. What screamer card that isn't upgraded is going to do anything to make me change my team or play the game differently? Nothing. But anyway, guys, we end up getting Elite. As I said, I'm going to show you the games up to Elite. So that was me at 29 and 8. No, 29 and 9, I believe. So I went from 21 and 4 to 29 and 9. Not the best. But I got to Elite, and I was just happy to get to Elite, bros. I felt like I was playing good FIFA, like I said. I felt like I was playing really, really good FIFA this weekend league. I was very, very happy. This is indeed going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace!